Hi everyone, this is Caroline Speaks, the State of the World on Friday, February 11, 2022. What is it? Good, better, and different, all three. Okay, so the major headlines. Spotify signed Joe Rogan for $100 million, but won't hold him accountable for spreading misinfo and hate. They do have to hold him accountable. The solution is people to boycott Spotify, and for artists to take their remove themselves from Spotify. Don't help Spotify and Joe Rogan. I hope Joe Rogan gets what he deserves. He misinformation about the virus. I hope he gets the virus and doesn't survive. Okay, now American Reckoning. 55 years after the KKK murder of Mississippi NAACP leader, case remains unsolved. I hope they'll solve it. Oh, what else is new? Washington Post. Trump took top secret documents to Mar-a-Lago Resort. I hope he's held. He and his people held accountable. He's complained about Hillary and her emails. So why doesn't Trump and his people? Why don't they follow the rules and be held accountable? Anti-vaccine truckers block 3 ports of entry along the U.S.-Canada border. Okay, you truckers, you should be held accountable. And the Canada, why don't you hold them accountable? You are very quick to unleash your federal police and militias to attack and destroy the property of indigenous people who are trying to protect their lands and their waterways from pollution, from pipelines. So why don't you hold the truckers accountable and destroy their property and arrest them and beat them up like you do to the Native Americans? Okay? I mean the native indigenous peoples of Canada. You should hold them accountable. Biden urges U.S. citizens to leave Ukraine as Russia and NATO continue troop buildup. I agree with that. Biden to split $7 billion in frozen Afghan assets between 9/11 families and humanitarian relief. I agree with that. Pace of civilian killings in Yemen has doubled since UN disbanded monitoring group. So why doesn't the UN reinstall the monitoring group and help the people? Biden admin approves billions in new arms deals to Middle East and Indonesia. That's great. The defense industry is doing very well in this country. Okay, at least 6 killed in Mogadishu blast. Hold those accountable who are responsible. Javier Lopez becomes the 5th journalist to be killed in Mexico in 2022. So what is Mexico doing to protect their journalists and to get those responsible and hold them accountable? Historic rights trial brought by Guatemalan Maya community gets underway. They have land rights and they are struggling against the government of Guatemala. They're struggling against the extractive industries, mining, oil, things like that. So the Inter-American Court of Human Rights heard oral arguments on Wednesday in a historic case of an indigenous community accusing the Guatemalan government of violating their ancestral and collective land rights. Maya Okishi, residents of Agua Caliente in eastern Guatemalan region of El Estor, have fought to obtain formal titles for their lands for over 40 years in the struggle to protect their communities from extractive industries. And their leader and winner of the Goldman Sachs Environmental Prize 2017 testified to the court about the repression he and other land defenders have faced from the Guatemalan government. Okay, let's hold the Guatemalan government and the extractive industries responsible, hold them accountable. Okay, now, Haitian factory workers vow to keep up strike in face of violent crackdown by the Haitian government. I'm with the workers. Cameroonian asylum seekers suffered torture, rape after U.S. deportations. Hold the assaulters accountable. And why are we deporting people seeking asylum? I don't know. I don't understand our asylum policy. I guess if they're white or Hispanic, that's okay, but if they're black, no, no go. Okay, Biden pushes plan to lower drug costs as U.S. customers grapple with high inflation. I totally agree with that. And Pfizer is making a windfall with this COVID vaccines, which we did put all the money and we funded the whole thing to do the research, development, test, evaluation, distribution, and Pfizer gets all this money. And they should be giving these vaccines to everybody worldwide. One person has the virus, everybody can get it. Hold Pfizer accountable. You're holding the auto industry accountable. That was under Obama, but hold Pfizer accountable. Okay. Declassified letter reveals years-long CIA mass domestic surveillance program. That's nice. And who are they surveilling? Everybody. I don't know. Hopefully they'll hold those people in our government accountable. Okay, now, the CDC continues to recommend indoor masking as more states roll back COVID restrictions. I agree with that. Dear Representative Hal Rogers is a real idiot, and he should be removed from Congress for being rude and racist to fellow colleagues in the House. Russia opens joint war games with Belarus as U.S. troops mobilize to Romania and Poland. That's nice. January 6th committee subpoena Peter Navarro, who boasted of efforts to overturn the 2020 election. Hold him accountable. Hold them all accountable. I don't know. I don't understand. But that's the way it is in the world today. Okay, now, so, okay, the world is in terrible condition. It's very, very sad. Okay, how about a little music? Something short. I believe for every drop of rain that falls, a flower grows. I believe that someone in the great somewhere hears every word. Every time I hear a newborn baby cry, or touch a leaf, or see the sky, then I know why I believe. Okay, that was I Believe, very old song. I don't know who wrote it. I have to look that up. And it was actually recorded by Elvis Presley a long time ago. So, hope you liked that. Thank you for tuning in this evening of Friday, February 11th, 2022, for another meeting of Carolyn Speaks State of the World. Hope you join us again tomorrow. And take care of yourself and others. Wear a mask, practice social distancing. When the vaccine is available for you to say if you take it, I would take it. I had mine on May 27th, the Johnson & Johnson one shot. I have to look out looking for a boost to see what I will do about that. In any case, take care of yourself and others. Remember, kindness goes a long way. Kindness goes a very long way. Stay safe. Good night, all.